Hi guys, it's me, Indiana Jones. Welcome to my channel. I love to craft and create pretty things. So let's see what pretty things I created today to start the fall season right. For my first DIY, I'm flipping this Easter truck. That's right. It's supposed to be a truck carrying humongous Easter eggs, I suppose, but you can see the Easter egg shapes there. But the first thing I wanted to do is paint it black. That's right, we're in fall. I like the color black during fall. I don't usually like the color black, but during fall, there's something about it. It's very soothing, warming. I don't know. What do you feel about the color black and fall? And also like oranges and those golden yellows and even that light green seems to, I don't know, pop out more when it's against a black color. So here I am just painting my little truck black. Not only that, but the red truck has been done and the blue truck has been done. And lately I've seen a lot of black trucks, so I might as well follow the black truck trend. The black truck trend, there you go. And now I'm putting on fenders and, I don't know, silver stuff. Anything I could paint with silver, I was pretty much painting with silver. Next, I'm taking these Dollar Tree pumpkins, cutting them in half, because I'm going to put them in the truck. But I didn't want them full because it would just look weird. I don't know. I think it would look weird. But yeah, so here I am cutting a pumpkin without cutting myself. Oh, look, success. It has been done. No blood has been shed. It's been a good day. So here we are trying our, look at me just holding. That is not the right way to hold one of those knives. Do not do that. But yeah, here I am slicing yet another pumpkin, a white pumpkin. And as I said before, I usually like buying the white pumpkins. Not because the white pumpkins are in style, although they are, but it's easier to paint white pumpkins. Just my own observation. But before that, you know what we need? That's right, folks. We need moss. You know how much I love moss. I do love moss. I just don't like the mess. I don't like the moss mess. And we've discussed this before, but if you haven't heard it before, I love moss. I don't like the mess. It's worse than glitter for me sometimes. And since, I mean, if Plaid products came out with this wonderful, you know, shimmer glitter paint with folk art and it's extreme glitter and it's wonderful, I wish they would come up with, is there a moss paint? Is there a moss Mod Podge? I mean, seriously, is there? I don't think so. But until that day, we'll just continue using moss from the Dollar Tree. That's right. It makes such a difference. I mean, look at that. It looks so, I don't know, it looks messy, but it looks so cool though. I like it. And then that's where the pumpkins are going to sit. Pumpkins! I love saying the word pumpkin. Let's say the word pumpkin. Hey, everybody, pumpkin. I don't know why I'm so silly, but yeah. I do talk to, here's a question, because you know how I love asking you guys questions as I craft. Questions as I craft. Do you guys talk to yourself while you craft? Do you sing to yourself? Do you talk and sing to yourself? Do you reprimand yourself? Do you get angry and say, no, that's not right. That's not the right thing to do? Or do you just like enjoy yourself and just have, you know, company with yourself? You know, some people don't like being with themselves. And, you know, seeing some people, I'd be surprised that some people would like to be with themselves because I wouldn't want to be with them. You know, there's some, you know, types out there that are not very, very nice. I've been very lucky though. I've been very, very blessed. This is an amazing community that come and see my videos. Oh, here I am. I'm like going off on tangents here. Here I am sticking on the pumpkins. Now they both look white, but one is green. I don't know if you can tell. Yes, it's greenish. And the other one's like yellowish, like a yellowish white. And yeah, I think it's very important to take time and just be with yourself and be comfortable being alone. Some people aren't comfortable being alone. They always have to be around people, and that's why they go shopping and stuff. You know, it's like be quiet, be still, be with yourself, and enjoy yourself. Because if you can't enjoy yourself, who will? I don't know. Anyway, I'm taking an old calendar. This is from last year. This is the Farmhouse calendar from last year. And I saw that I still had those little, you know, samples of the calendar. And they had this one for the pumpkin patch. And there I'm using a little gingham bow from N Beads. That's right, N Beads. And there you have it. There's our little black pumpkin truck. And then I put some wood blocks on the bottom so it stands up on its own. Today's video is part of a challenge that is hosted by Heidi Sonboul of Heidi Sonboul DIY. It's the DIY Fall Challenge. Please check it out. Check out Heidi Sonboul's channel listed below, as well as the playlist of many other wonderful crafty creators. Now this is a repeat because I already made this. I wasn't going to make another one, but I'm going to show you how I made this. So I'm using one of those little crates from the Dollar Tree, those dowels from the Dollar Tree, and those little magnetic, what are they called? I don't know, holders or whatever. Those little magnetic holders that they have. I'm just using the covers, the tops. And I'm going to make a little wheelbarrow. Everybody, thank you for your corrections. It's wheelbarrow, not wheelbarrow, apparently. So it's B-A-R-R-O-W. Yes, you're welcome. And here I'm being really smart because I was like, how am I going to do this? And I was just going to glue it to the top. And then I realized, oh, it's plastic. I can just make a hole with my Sure-Bonder. I haven't sung that Sure-Bonder song in a while. But there I am making a little hole to stick my little dowels in there. And they stuck in perfectly. And now all I have to do is stick them to the bottom of the wheelbarrow. And yeah, this was really simple. So if you want to make your own wheelbarrow, this is the way you do it. It's so simple. I've seen them in stores and they go for like $9.99 and stuff like that. And here I'm just reinforcing, putting glue everywhere, Now I have these little, pegs, these little peg legs, not pirate peg legs, but peg legs. And I'm going to use that as a little stand for the wheelbarrow. And here I am just doing that. This is so much fun. I really enjoyed making this. I actually made this for a collaboration with the Crafting Cousins. So if you know them, this was my inspiration for that collaboration. Anyway, once we're done with this, we're going to start decorating with our pumpkins. That's right, folks. We're going to take out that moss again. Oh, yes. I don't know. Fall is the moss season. Well, so is spring, though. I used a lot of moss in spring. But here we go, just filling it up with moss. And there's all different types of moss that they sell at the Dollar Tree. And I think it's wonderful prices. They have Spanish moss, and I forgot which moss this is. And then they have the reindeer moss. But all the moss is wonderful. You know, when you're decorating, when it makes a mess. But gosh, I really like the moss. So now I'm just adding my little pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. And some leaves. Just having fun with this. It's a lot of fun. And I'll tell you something. I thought I liked it in white, the wheelbarrow. Then I noticed that everything else had touches of black and this didn't. So guess what your girlfriend did here? She painted it black and you'll see it in the final reveal. And it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool as a black wheelbarrow. So yeah, it just matches with that black and white buffalo check. And that's all. That's all you have to do to make your own little decorated wheelbarrow for fall. So I also added a little sign, again using that calendar, and a nice little bow, of course, a buffalo check bow on the side to make it all tie in together. So here we're going to make a themed wreath that matches everything else. So it's going to include some black in it, of course. And I'm using my pipe cleaners. Yes, I realize they're silver. I didn't have black and I wasn't going to go out and get it, but it's okay. You're not going to see it with all the mesh. I'm trying to get into mesh, people. If you've seen my channel before, I don't use mesh very often. I don't use mesh very well, but I'm learning. I am learning. I have to learn. I have to teach myself because it does. Whenever I see a wreath that's a mesh wreath, I always say, wow, that's cool. I gotta do this. And there's some really proficient mesh wreath makers out there in my lovely YouTube community family. So if you're a very good mesh wreath maker, please let us know and we'll check out your channel. I hope everybody comes and checks out your channel. But I did do two different styles here. So one, I just wound the mesh all over the wreath, and then I started cutting and making little curlicues and putting them together and adding them to the wreath like I am adding right now. And that was a good filler, and I think it came out pretty nice. I do. Now I'm trying to figure out what to do in the center. that sign from the Dollar Tree is lovely as it is, but it doesn't match my aesthetic, my motif, whatever you want to call it. So I remembered that my dear friend Teresa of Teresa B DIY, check her out, she was so lovely to send me these calendars, and I really love this black truck. I'm into the black truck, and yeah, so she was wonderful. Also, another friend, CJ, sent me some wreaths as well, and some wreaths. I'm sorry, CJ. She sent me some calendars as well. So it was either CJ or Teresa. All I know is that both of them have been so very kind to me. I had a very tough season, as you all know. So thank you for being my friends out there. Anyway, here I am. I'm going to decoupage, Mod Podge. I'm going to Mod Podge my calendar drawing or painting or whatever you want to call it, artwork, to that circle. I think that circle sign is wonderful from the Dollar Tree. It's very versatile and yeah, easy to use. So here I am. I'm gonna Mod Podge. Love Mod Podging. So I'm gonna just put my Mod Podge on the back of that calendar art, and then I'm gonna glue it to, of course, that round sign. Now, I'll be honest with you, it was tough because it kept getting wrinkled. The paper is very thin, and this is what I'm like trying to maneuver the paper and using my brayer and stuff from Plaid. I want to craft forever. Anyway, here I am smoothing out the wrinkles as best as I possibly could, but I did get some wrinkles. Next time, I think I'm going to Mod Podge the item first instead of the paper. I've been Mod Podging the paper first, and then the whatever. And now, because there were some spaces on the sides, I decided to frame it with paint. And that circle that I'm using, or that half circle, was actually from a pizza pan from the Dollar Tree. That's the pizza pan cover, or whatever you want to call it, the advertisement. And I thought, oh my gosh, it's the perfect size. So it's giving me like a 1/2 inch ring around the entire circular sign. It was perfect. I mean, talk about, what a coincidence. And I think that the black frame really makes it such a nicer work of art, I guess, for this calendar art piece. And there you have it. It just framed it literally so nicely. Next, we're just going to attach our beautiful sign, our beautiful black truck pumpkin sign. I really like this calendar art. I really, really like it, and it's perfect with the mesh. And once I've added that, then I'm going to add a nice big bow at the top. Now, a lot of people would say, why didn't you add, a buffalo check bow? I wanted some contrast, and the colors of these ribbons are perfect match with the pumpkins and the leaves that are featured in the art. I just wanted a pop of color. Everything was black and white, black and white, black and white. Who knows, maybe I'll add some buffalo check later, but for now, I just really love the color of this pumpkin and green ribbon that, again, I got from the Dollar Tree, and I thought it was such good quality, I couldn't pass it up. So here I am making the bow as best as I possibly can, because we're all bow challenged in one way or another. But I'm just wrapping it around, and then I'm going to gather it together in the middle. And after I fluff out my bow, of course, then I'm going to attach it to the sign, and again, just fix it up and just, meddle with it here and there. You know how we are when we have a bow. It's like we can never get it like perfectly right, so we keep messing with it. And then I'm going to add some leaves, again, to add some more color and contrast, and the leaves just fit so perfectly with this motif. So I hope you like this thankful black truck mesh wreath, and I hope you try making it yourself. Now here's a dilemma. I love these pumpkins just as they were from the Dollar Tree. However, I couldn't find any initials for my family at all, or for myself. So I've decided to just cover the letters with this plaid, this buffalo check black and white paper that I got from Hobby Lobby, I believe. And so I'm just going to cover the letters both with a black and white check, and I also have orange and black check for my orange pumpkin. And then all I'm going to do afterwards, well, here I'm marking it with my fingers because I'm being, lazy, but that's how I did it for both. And then I'm Mod Podging them both on. And then afterwards I'm tying it off with a bow to complete the whole look. So that's an alternative to these pumpkins if you can't find your exact initials. I think they're lovely pumpkins. They're nice and thick, compared to other stuff that they've had there at the Dollar Tree. They're getting better. I'm serious. I really admire how, I mean, Dollar Tree is paying attention to its patrons and what we are doing as crafters with all of these items from the Dollar Tree. Once again, this is a collaboration with Heidi Sonboul with her DIY Fall Challenge. Please check out the playlist for many more inspired creations. Last, I wanted to decorate this lantern that I'd gotten from a Hobby Lobby at the 90% off sale that they have at the end of the season. And I found this little bucket as well, and I think the bucket came out to like, I don't know, 29 cents. It was $2.99, came out to 29 cents. And I'm just using foliage, that fall foliage that I found at the Dollar Tree. So I think I just used 2 stems, the orange leaf stem, and of course these wonderful blue, dark blue hydrangeas, which match so well. And that's it. I just put them together. And then lastly, all I did was finish it off with a buffalo check bow or ribbon so that it ties in with everything else I've made. I know that buffalo check is out there a lot, and it's still in. It's still very in. It's still a trend. So I guess this is what I call like Farmhouse. I don't know. And yeah, I guess Farmhouse uses the buffalo check a lot. So back to Farmhouse. I haven't done anything Farmhouse in a long time. Been focusing on shabby chic and the other 4 aesthetics that I'm doing for fall and Halloween. So that's it. All you have to do is add the bow and you're pretty much done. It's an easy way to just upgrade any kind of lantern or vase that you have at home. Just use Dollar Tree ribbon and Dollar Tree foliage and you're good to go for the fall season. So let's take a look at everything all together. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you are inspired to start creating your own fall decor. And please subscribe. As I always say, stay safe, be kind, God bless each and every one of you, and remember to live the adventure.